Guten Tag. I have a bone to pick with y'all invaders. I've been invading a lot these last few weeks, at low levels, mid levels, meta-soul level, you name it. And at every one of those, I'm experiencing the same thing. I'm in an obviously dried-fingered world. I fight the host and his 2 or 3 summons and his blues for minutes. Then, quote-unquote, backup in the form of another invader arrives, just to die within seconds. Now, I'm usually chill as a cucumber when playing this game. That is a blatant lie, by the way. But this really grinds my gears. I don't need another red to play the hero. I need the other red to take some of the pressure off of me by taking aggro of ideally half of the opponents, splitting their attention and making a 4v2 2 2v1s or a 3v2 a 2v1 and a 1v1, which are much more manageable. That's how you overcome an organized gank. But that never happens. I guess what happens is, most invaders just seem to think they need to get as much damage in as possible instantly, like right now. Which just doesn't work in this game, not against PvE bosses and not against ganks. You will die. You will give the host and his jolly little helpers Estus. And you will thus make life even harder for your fellow invader than it already is. Consider that you need to be alive to do damage. I will tell you now of one single strat that will instantly make you survive longer. Don't expect anything spectacular, by the way. What I'm going to talk about should be common sense, but apparently it isn't. When faced with several opponents who are not a group of scared newbies, you do something you maybe know from other action RPGs. You kite your opponents. If you don't know what kiting is, it basically means you employ sticky bandit strats. In other words, you run away and let your opponents chase you, turning around and attacking once or twice randomly, and I mean randomly. If you do it in a predictable way, you will get yourself killed, whittling them down in the process. We call that aspect turn and burn. This simple little thing will increase your survivability in invasions against several people drastically. You might not get in a lot of damage in a short amount of time, but you achieve 2 things that are much more important in such a scenario. 1, you stay alive, and 2, you occupy some of the gang squad's focus, drawing it away from other invaders who now have an easier job dealing with the people going after them. Remember, fighting an organized gank is a marathon, not a sprint. Now, I'm not going to lie. Kiting people is super fucking annoying for them. You will get gestures, you might get hate mail, and some backseat professionals will tell you you're a dishonorable coward and should just chain backstab and parry them, bro. However, let me remind you that there is no honor in invasions. None. And in a scenario where several people are ganging up on you to kill you and your red brothers and sisters, you have exactly 0 obligation to provide them an enjoyable PvP experience. And at least if you're not trying to gather footage for your sick reverse backstab montage, there is no need to do flashy stuff either if you want to win. I love Project Goof's videos and Masked Team's montages just like the next guy, but take it from someone with literally thousands of hours in invasions in Souls games. The flashy stuff only works when you edit out hundreds of failed attempts and just show the few times it happened to work. Or when you Project Goof, then it seems to work almost all of the time, but if you're at this skill level, you don't need my advice anyway. Some things to remember. Try to find a good balance between having your camera focused on your back to see when attacks from the people chasing you are coming, and having it show what's in front of you to not run into an impasse. Because of the way the netcode works, moving away from an attack doesn't mean you're not going to take damage from it, as you probably know. But getting yourself stuck in the environment obviously doesn't do you any good either. And as always, it's extremely important to not panic roll, meaning you should only roll when you see an attack start up instead of in anticipation of an attack. But when several people are attacking you at once, you might get hit regardless. It's inevitable sometimes. The important thing is to keep your cool anyway. Wait for an opportune time to heal, ideally after you hit them a few times and they get hesitant to chase you. Also, whenever you can make clever use of the environment, that isn't a terrible bad idea either, and might prove to be more effective than any Chaos Dagger plus Hornet Ring one-shot critical attack. I sincerely hope this helps. Please stay alive out there, alright? I need your help just like you need mine. Help me help you kind of thing, you know? Have a good one, folks. Live out.